Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by. I've got something awesome to share with you. So this is the story of Grant. Grant is one of our Hoofy Nay Nays who is just curious as all get out. He loves to go out, party, and have fun outside of the fence. When he does that though, he learns a little bit about why staying inside the fence is the number one rule here at Hyatt Haven Ranch. Anyway, I want you guys to take a look at this story and see if you can learn a little bit about what Grant is going through and why it's so important to follow the rules. Check it out. Grant Takes a Chance. Read by Rancher Dell. Written by Sam Hyatt. Illustrated by K. Sean Sullivan. Grant Hoofy Nay Nay had something to say at Hyatt Horse School on a hot summer's day. "Rancher Dal," said he, "what could possibly be so important to keep us at school past 3? Rancher Dal walked over to Grant and said, "Son, I must keep you safe because you are young. There are many things you must learn at this school. Most important of all is the number 1 rule. Now repeat the number 1 rule with me. Then school will be out and I'll let you be." The Hoofy Nay Nays repeated together, "Never go outside the fence, not ever." Then they were let out to the pasture so green. That's when Grant noticed something strange near the stream. He crept to get closer so he wouldn't make it scare, but as he approached, it flew into the air. Not one to give up, he followed it quickly. It dashed here and there, making moves that were tricky. Around and around the pasture it flew, then over the fence it flew out of his view. "What is it?" he thought, for he still didn't know, and he wanted an answer. He couldn't let it go. Just then he spied a fallen down board that left a gap in the gate, so he went to explore. While exploring the gap, he had a grand thought. "I can break out of this fence without getting caught." But staying inside was the number 1 rule Rancher Dal had taught them at Hyatt Horse School. He had a decision to make. It was true. Should he do what he wants or follow the rule? He teetered and tottered, thought yes, then thought no. But yes finally won 'cause he wanted to go. Now out of the pasture, he felt very clever. So back to the search to find the lost treasure. He skipped on his way. He saw cats, he saw dogs. Then he saw Rancher Dal over by the wet logs. Grant watched and he waited till Dal walked away. Why did he hide from Rancher Dal this day? Now more slowly he walked. There was still a chance to examine that something he'd seen at a glance. He looked under a rock. He looked down by the truck. He went over the bridge, but he still had no luck. Then down past the pond and around the oak tree, he swiftly trotted, but he still didn't see. Getting hungry and thirsty, this wasn't much fun. Have you ever regretted something you have done? Into his hooves got the gritty gravel, making it harder and harder to continue to travel. Tired of searching for the unknown thing, he wanted to go back to the pasture so green. But how would he get there? He thought with horse sense, then had a clever thought. I'll follow the fence. So he followed the fence. It became his map. He followed it back to the place with the gap. But the gap was not there. He started to panic. The board was put back, securing the paddock. It was then that he spotted the thing he had sought. It flew over his head, across the fence top. Back into the paddock, it was now in view. It was a beautiful butterfly, red, yellow, and blue. He continued to watch as it flew towards his friends, then saw their excitement as it explored end to end. He neighed to his friends. "I'm locked out," he cried, but their attention was fixed on the new butterfly. So outside the fence he would have to stay till his friends were done with their butterfly play. He waited and waited with no end in sight, for it was almost time to come in for the night. Rancher Dow then came out to bring them all in for supper, grooming, and stories to begin. When the last Nay Nay entered the barn, it was clear Grant had created Rancher Dow's worst fear. "Where's Grant?" cried Rancher Dow in distress. Should Grant feel bad for creating this mess? "We don't know," said the Nay Nays, for they hadn't noticed their missing friend from their butterfly focus. Because of his size, Grant couldn't be seen from over the fence, so he let out a scream. "I'm over here. I'm locked out. Let me in." But no one could hear his little horse whin. Rancher Dow looked and looked. It was getting late. Then he heard a faint sound over by the fence gate. It was there he found Grant, so scared and alone. Rancher Dow picked him up and carried him home. Grant had learned a great lesson this day. Rules keep you safe if you choose to obey. So what do you guys think of Grant? Isn't he just the craziest? That was a really wild day, I'll tell you. We wrote that book actually based on a real experience from Grant trying to escape. And he got himself right on out, and he was not happy about not being able to get back in with his friends. He was so tough to chase. I was trying to get him with a rope, but it was too tough. He was a quick one. Anyway, it turns out that his kryptonite is treats. So you just have to have a good amount of treats and a whole lot of love, and you're able to catch the little guy. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the story. You can check out lots of great content just like this on our website, www.hoofynaynay.com. On our website, you're going to get things like activity sheets, lesson plans, all things that go along with the book. And the book has that value, that obedience value for this one in particular. But each month starting in January of 2022, we're going to be releasing new values, new morals every month, a new book that goes along with it, lesson plans, activities, all sorts of fun things for you to do. And these awesome book readings, just like the one you just saw, that go along with it as well. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you guys subscribe for free at our website. Thanks a lot. Until next time.